Alright, so I have a brand new pritchel, and I have one that's been used and used, and now it's whatever happened here. It's a mess on the tip, whether it's chipped off or it started to round off on the corners, whatever. From use, the pritchel has become worthless. So in either instance, new or abused, I want to get rid of a little bit of material on the tips. So I'm going to go to the grinder and get rid of some of this stuff. So I'm going to grind back maybe 3/16, a quarter of an inch or so. Just get rid of that bad stuff. On the new one, same thing. I'm going to grind it back. So I'm heavy, and I'm going to deburr those. Just taking the corner off. So I've ground them both back. Now I have some mass to them, knowing that I'm going to draw them back out again. Now we need fire. So just a point to make, you're dealing with round stock now. If you try to use a normal flat pair of tongs and hang on and try to do the work we're about to do, it's very uncomfortable, but also your tongs never do really fit round stock that well when they're flat. So having a pair of tongs that actually fit round stock is a good idea. However it is, if it's round and it matches, or if it's a V-jaw and it matches, the V-jaw tong holds everything. It's more versatile than this. This is set for 5/8, that's all it will hold. But the V-jaw can hold that, it can hold a little heavier, and it can also hold square. So having a pair of tongs that just for working your pritchel is a good idea. First thing I'm going to do is go after this tip. And I'm going to draw that tip out. As soon as it starts to lose its color, I'm going right back in. One thing you'll notice is I'm right up against the edge of this anvil, right here. I'm working this at that angle, and my hammer duplicates it on the other side. If I come back in here and do it, there's a fair chance my hammer will bounce off my anvil before I actually hit the piece. So if I put it here, my hammer has that relief off the end, and I can make a solid blow to that little piece. I have a picture in my eye of this tip and the nail I'm going to work with, and I want to take this down so that picture is a little bit smaller than what I think my nail is going to be. Once I've established that tip out, now I can take a heat and clean up with everything behind it. I've smoothed everything behind it now. If I see a lump, I'll take another heat and go after that. I don't want to see this difference, thick down to thin. I'd like to see like on the other side of it where it's a nice taper. I have what I want on this one. I also want to make sure that I'm maintaining this straight down through. I don't want it going off to one side or another. I want it to go straight through the tool, right to that tip, straight through. That I match my angles. Once I have that, now I can work on this tip. Now I have a lot of heat, and that's too much heat for this next process. But I'm going to simply come out flat side of my hammer and try to be as straight into that tip as I possibly can. I'm not going to hit it really hard, and I'm going to turn it often. Make sure that I'm establishing that end. And once I have it to that, now I'm going to try to take little short heats. So making sure it's not a very hard blow, I'm just tapping on the end, I'm doing a little upsetting. See if we can get the camera to catch this, if I got it right. Should see that material coming down and then a slight sweep. So once I have it mushroomed, I'm going to go right to this very edge, and I'm just going to tap as straight as I possibly can on each facet of the end. I'm not taking it back to where it was before, just touching it. So now you can see these little shiny spots. You'll see a shine and then a dark spot behind it. The tip of that is actually bigger than what's right behind there. I can look at the end of my pritchel and make sure I'm square. Everything is sharp cornered. I would then come back to my can again, check it out against the nail that I wanted it for. So I've got that one right there. Fits in just quite nicely into that hole. So that pritchel is good for the E-head. Let's see if we can match up to that city head. There we go. So I built the two pritchels I need. One for city, one for E. Now I'll let those air cool. Don't want to quench them off. I just want them to air cool nice and slow, and then I can use them. Put them to work.